that's all they say, which is like, I've like dropped people because of that. I'm like, I get it, you're straight. I'm not trying to tell you to be gay or anything, but like, if your only jokes is gay jokes, there has to be something deeper. There.
Oh yeah.
Welcome, hello, welcome to Marvin's podcast. We're here with Demo. We're drinking some margaritas, and I'm gonna ask you, who are you, or how
So,
are you, or like, I know it's been a minute. I haven't done a podcast, but like, this is like my first guest in a while. So guys, let's go. So, yeah, you're my first guest in a minute.
how long's it been?
It's been like I did two last ones, but it was like I've recorded them a month ago, and I'm editing them now to post them. So it's like been a month. So there's like
So I
you've
think the
been
better question is, what have you been doing?
me. I've been doing so. The last thing I've been doing really is just been going to the gym, working out, making sure your muscles are straight. Not really muscles, just releasing that like mad energy or your annoyed energy. Like literally 30 minutes in, I'm already like, oh, I'm chill, I'm happier, I'm calmer. And I've been also reading books, catching up on like personality book, not personality, but like books about self improvement. Like Ryan Holiday, he does like Ego of the Enemy, Stillness is Key. And I went to the last thing I've done is California, and it was for concerts and it's a little
So
vacation.
you are straight up just taking care of yourself, spirit, body, mind, all of it.
Yes,
Gym, self help books,
everything,
vacation.
literally
Cheers
everything.
to that.
Cause I know I've been applying to jobs, and I know once full time starts, I'm not gonna really have a lot of time for that stuff. So I'm releasing that now, and then yeah. How about you?
I just been working a lot. So I'm a manager at an optical. So I sell glasses, I make glasses, I bill insurance. I'm just doing it all there, and right now it's been kind of busy, and I only have 2 days off, so I just
Wait, Naomi, I'm recording something. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was my sister.
um so with my days off, really what I've been doing is if I'm not watching a movie, I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's where my life, and then I'm just drinking margaritas while I
That's
do
a good
so.
life. Playing video games, drinking, and like probably just like using your mind spaces for yourself. Like, and then do you have like do you work alone or you work with coworkers? I
Oh,
know like
so
that's a whole random thing.
I work with family, and it's pretty much just me, my cousin, and the eye doctor. We do have a new person actually on staff who has taken on a lot of the glasses making, which is nice. So I get to do a
Mm-hmm.
lot more stuff that I usually wouldn't have time for to do.
Okay. And then another question I was asked by because is like, what's your sign? What's your birthday?
Oh, I'm a Leo. I'm
What's your
born.
birthday's coming?
Yeah.
My mom's a Leo. It's
I'm so
August 5th, but I'm sorry.
this birthday I am. So fun fact about me: I'm born August 16th, which is the same day as Madonna, and I have her tattooed on me.
Madonna. That's another thing we could talk about tattoos.
So I have Madonna tattooed on me. We have the same
Oh.
birthday. Every gay has their queen. We all, it's a
My queen is Amy
stereotype.
Winehouse, but like, yes. Every person has, yes.
Yes,
And
every.
Nikki.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
could,
Amy Winehouse.
wait,
I was,
I just look at Nikki with
I was gonna let you have your Amy Winehouse moment, but in my mind I was like, girl, it's Nikki, come on.
And then Madonna birthed, not she didn't birth Lady Gaga, but she like gave a
Madonna
new
birthed them
way.
all. It literally goes like Judy Garland. Then after Judy, there was Cher, and then there was no one until
Forgetting
Madonna.
about
Like Madonna,
Cher.
there's little other ones, but mainly like
No tea, no shade.
the huge ones, like pop stars. As far as that goes, Madonna set the trends for all of them,
Mm-hmm.
and she
Yeah.
is the queen. I am definitely a stan, and I'm.
She's a performer. She's a performer. I like don't like. I've listened to a couple of her songs, but I know she's work ethics. She's all about performance and things. She's the first kind of artist to speak against religion. Not the first one, probably not, but like she's one of the big ones who like kind of
Oh
was
yeah,
like not against it, but she just spoke not against, but at least opened up the idea of like it doesn't have to be all that. Like doing your own way, like be yourself,
she
like be a material girl. Like I could keep going.
found a way to make like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but the underdog. She made the underdog mainstream. Like she was speaking for so many different people.
Hmm.
with her activism and even what she did in just like music videos and who she cast and the story she told in her music videos. Like having a whole song and music video play on VH1 about like premarital sex and birth and getting pregnant as a teenager, and that was just at the beginning of her career.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to like prayer where she like was burning crosses.
Literally, people were mad about that, but it's like, don't be mad. She's not even hurting anyone. It's like, do you, talking about doing you, like what, another question I asked one more person. Let me think. What do you like to do? What do you like, what makes you happy in life? Not happy in life, but like, what brings joy? What you're okay with doing? Like, what are you,
What brings me joy?
yeah, what brings you joy? What brings you, in this type of world where it's kind of, not shitty, it kind of is a little,
Yeah, because
for your moments,
it's
it's
like
always,
how
you have to
can you
remember the
find?
good.
No, I understand completely. Well, one, my favorite thing to do, and this is gonna sound so boring and basic, but my favorite thing to do in the world is be alone in my room watching movies. Like that will
That's
always be the number one thing I enjoy more than anything else. Television as well, but mainly just like movies I love or new movies I haven't seen yet.
being in
And
your own space, being, that's,
in my own space. I do love going to the movies when it is, in my opinion, like a big deal for like I'm excited for the movie coming out. I do love hanging out with my friends, but if they do not call me, I will not call them. Like my first choice will always be, for the most part, being in my room, because I come across, I'm a Leo, so of course in
yeah.
front of a camera,
You
in
like
front of
it, it's
people, I'm
okay. You
gonna,
like it, it's okay. Like,
yeah. Um, but by choice, I'm a recluse. I'd rather be.
I get that. Like when plans fall through, I'm like, I get excited. I used to get like sad about it, but now I'm like, yes, I could just chill at home. Like, or like if I have people hang out with me, like if I can't, I now the ball's in my course. I'm like, you know what? Let me ask them. If it doesn't go through, okay. But it's good to just chill at home, your own space. Because going out so much is fun, but I guess the point you drain yourself, you start draining. Like you start draining, it's like feels draining. Like,
Oh yeah, and then for a while, like, what else is there to do but just go out and drink and
yeah.
like.
Which is okay, but like sometimes if friends they want to do other things too. They just want to drink and go out. I'm like, can we go do
Cheers
this?
to
Can
that.
we like, can we go walk and take a hike? Can we like watch a movie? Like, oh no, we have to go out here, bar, drink, and then I'm gonna hop to like. And most of the time people don't even dance at these bars. It's another thing. Like
Oh, I
I
know.
love dancing, which is like okay, we put music and everyone's dancing. I dance on my own, but if I'm the only one dancing,
Here's the thing, like I'll dance if the music is nice and I am
that's
at that
music
level of
has to
drunk.
be
But my
nice.
favorite thing to do at a bar, God's honest truth, it's just sitting down with a drink and just
It's which is okay.
I take it in.
I don't judge.
My last like 5 Instagram posts, if you go through, like you'll see like 3 of them are me sitting down with a drink in my hand
Being
out
classic.
somewhere.
Like I'm drinking.
So, and don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting the whole night. I'll get up and I'll do other things. And,
Yeah.
But to the music that gets played, I'm not dancing to that.
They play the same bullshit songs, like the same DJ songs. But that's probably Staten Island bars, but like it literally, most DJ, yeah. On that topic is Margarita. Next topic we're gonna talk about. Okay. First topic we're talking about right now is growing up gay in Staten Island, which is not
What
to
did-
start, cause when did I come out? Let's talk about, okay. So I came out junior year of high school. People were
Oh,
fine.
really?
Yeah, people were fond about. They're fine. Like most of my friends, like, oh, I knew already. But people around me always asked, and people always assumed. Like even like summer camp, I was like 5 years old. People were like, oh, you're gay, you're gay. I'm like, I was like, no, but I was like, I don't know. And I remember like,
Isn't it funny how so many other people are more interested in your sexuality than you ever wanted to
literally,
be?
there'd be times where I'm like, is there an issue? Is it like, what? I'm not even being like, even if I was flamboyant and like weird. But the
Right.
one thing I did not like is flamboyant boys. But now I get why. Like I was like, I've never. Okay, yeah, it's junior year, whatever. I came out, whatever. I started like noticing myself, but I always not. I didn't have issues, but I always got like intimidated by flamboyant boys. But now I know why, because I wanted to be that flamboyant guy.
Oh yeah,
Or
it's
that like feminine guy, like gay, like that's why when I always see guys having issues with gay men, I'm like, there's something
it's
within
such
you.
repressed homosexuality.
It has to be. Like,
And I'm guilty of it as well. When I came out. I feel like everybody comes out in stages.
Mm-hmm.
At least like the people we know and we grew up with. I feel like there's stages to it. Where it's like everybody I know who's come out, they come out full blown, no holds barred because you've contained it for so long, and that lasts a couple of months. But you're not out to your family yet. You're not showing that side to your family. That's my experience, and a lot of the people I know. And then the next step is like being as homophobic as you can to like get the straight people to laugh.
Yeah.
Or like kind of just be, because if like you're joining in with them, they're not making fun. You're part of it, or you think you're part of it.
Yeah.
And like letting things go on, like letting straight girls call me their gay best friend, and
That used to be a whole fake. It's like it was normal. I was like that token gay best friend or that token gay person. Which like I had that thing where like I hanged out with like straight people, which is fine. I like straight people, but they're just some of them are just they use they know that you're open to a lot of things, so they come to you asking for things like, oh, this, how do you know this, which is fine. But it's like it gets to the point like find out yourself or ask the right questions. Don't ask like, oh man, it's weird. I'm like,
oh,
how
like
is it weird?
the worst thing is whenever
Come on.
whenever straight people ask about anal sex is
God,
like
it's
the most uncomfortable, and
they make it uncomfortable at times.
no,
Like,
but then I choose to turn it around and make them uncomfortable, like by saying the most vile, nasty, like gross things, um, because I do get offended by that question, but I can never turn around, or at least I don't want to turn around and have that argument where I turn to them and say what you're saying is offensive. I want them to learn their lesson. I don't want to tell them their lesson.
Because of course people don't even understand. That's the thing with Sun Island. Not a lot of people encounter gay people. Well, they do now because of course it's more open and everything. But like when people who have never seen a gay person, like it's weird. It's like over extra. Like when you encounter someone new like that, those topics, then they wonder and they question because a lot of people don't even know. They don't even ask their friends. They don't even ask their family members. They ask no one. So
you don't
like,
need to ask anybody.
you can find it on the internet.
Go,
you can literally go on
Pornhub. Figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We had to figure it out somehow. No one.
That's where I found out I knew I was gay because I remember watching straight porn. I was like, this is not turning me on. I remember sitting there trying my best. I watched all different straight porns. I've even lesbian. I was like, there's nothing. Is working.
Yeah, the lesbian was like.
I was like, is it? Am I different? And I was like, whatever.
No offense, lesbians.
And no, it's okay. And then I remember like encountering Vine. Vine had like a porn phase when Vine uploaded people masturbating or like people.
Oh, Vine? What? Tumblr.
Tumblr, I didn't go
was
as
heavy.
much.
Tumblr was deep. That
Tumblr,
would be considered
I've
the
seen,
dark web these days. Like some shit that was put on Tumblr.
Thing.
Oh my god! And
And
we were 13 on that shit.
13, oh my god. Wait until like when I see I didn't have a Tumblr phase, but like I always heard of when the videos leaked on Twitter or Vine. I remember seeing it, the gay porn, and I always got like aroused. Like I was like, whoa! I was like, this is new. This is like.
See, when I was coming
out,
out,
like, whoa!
I'm 25 now. I came out at like 13, 14. I technically didn't come out. Mm-hmm. Well, I came out in high school to everybody else. Like in my high school, I went to a high school where no one else I went to school with in my past years were there. It was only 500 kids. There were a lot of gay people, like a lot for 500 kids.
School again on the island?
McCown.
Okay.
Oh
yeah, that's a good.
There was a beautiful trans woman. This might have been, I think, 2012. Like 10 years ago, 2012, 2013, 2012, and the most flamboyant gays. And I came out, and I would go to school and like change clothes. Like,
you couldn't leave the house with your.
And there was a uniform, and I somehow changed to make it gay when I got there. One day I was walking in the hallway, and somebody was making fun of how I was walking. I guess I was walking too gay. So the next day I showed up wearing high heels to walk past him, and I always made sure, because again, this is a uniformed public high school of 500 kids. And I always made
500 kids. They definitely will know you.
Oh shit! It was one hallway with 4 floors. Shit traveled like that. So I showed up wearing the heels. I made sure it was still within uniform regulation, so they couldn't say anything to me. And no one did. They were scared to like approach that.
Because you're not even. It's a clothing. It's like the only people you're triggering is people who feel insecure, like, oh, I want to do that, or like they're like, oh.
Well, right. So what I did was I knew the kid. He sat at the same spot where I walked past him, and he made fun of me every day. So I knew he was going to be there. So I walked past him, and everybody was staring at me, and I said something along the lines of how fucking gay am I walking now. An argument broke out.
How
I
gay am I?
violated the
How
kid.
gay am I fucking walking
I
now?
violated the kid. I called him like corpse bride looking ass because he looked like that character.
Where is he
He
now?
he was cadaver gray. I have no idea. I don't even think I don't remember his last name. I remember his first name. Um, but and then at the end of it all, I was like, and you just got violated by a faggot. What are you gonna do? And I just felt so good about myself until the next period when there was a fire drill, and now I had to do this fire drill
In heels.
in heels, and it was raining outside, and they walked us in the grass,
So
and
you
my
were.
heel went boop boop.
You didn't even take it
Boop,
off. You
and
didn't think about
it
it, like
sunk into the grass. What? I'm gonna walk around barefoot,
which is mud everywhere.
and I was deeply embarrassed. But at that point, it was like I
Was
did
everyone
this to
laughing, or did you
myself.
just like felt embarrassed because like in your head, like I'm like, oh, like
People were laughing, and I don't think
Mhm.
anyone was really laughing at me, or at least I wasn't privy to it. But in my head, I was just like, oh my god, this is. I was like, oh, way to crush like a good high of like sticking it to somebody, sticking it to the streets. You know
Oh,
what I
the
mean?
streets are annoying.
And then
Like,
being embarrassed in front of the streets, it was
in McCown, that's like
that's why I didn't stay there either.
So you switched to you went to Tomville? Did you go to Tomville? Cause I went to Susan E.
Yeah,
Wow. That was a whole.
I transferred to Tauntville my junior year.
Mhm.
But that freshman year of high school, while I was out, now half through that year, I was out in that high school with a girlfriend. Like,
Well, you
at
had a
different school.
girlfriend at a different school, but you were out there. Did she know you were gay, or?
Well, it got back to her, and my family didn't know. But I was also very like, you know, you can get depressed in those times, and
Yeah, cause you want to fully be your, and then like
I
it's
started
hard.
smoking pot at that time too. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, it's okay.
So my parents thought I was doing drugs. So while I was sleeping, once they went through my phone, thinking they would find like I was like popping pills or some shit like that.
You see
But
gay
they
porn.
gay porn, texts with other boys in my school, and
How did they
pictures.
react? Did they like I have my story with coming out with my family, but like how was your family react? Like were they like or like family
That's
intimity
funny.
family and then there's family. I know there's like intimity like mom, dad, sister, brother,
Oh,
whatever.
okay. So
And then there's a family outside like they find out like oh like
they take my phone while I'm sleeping, and my phone is missing for 24 hours, and I just think I lost it, and they're not saying anything.
so you walk around and
They're
they're not saying nothing. They're like holding it in like
they're like, yeah, they haven't brought up a word. They're just like, I don't know, how could you not find your phone? They're trying to call it, it's going straight to voicemail. Like they played up this part, bitch. They were acting their asses off. So finally, I check a place I knew I checked like 5 times already again, and it's there. Find the phone. The next day, they confront me on it, and they tell me what they found, and they ask me if I'm gay, and I like, I'm bi. I don't know.
it's like it's a big question.
Yeah.
like
So, and my mother, I love her. At this point in time, she would have told you she does not believe in bisexuality. So she would always keep quizzing me on, well, what do you mean you're bisexual, blah, blah, blah. And this went on for like a month. And then finally we were unloading the dishwasher together, and I was like, I'm gay. Fine, I'm gay. Like, leave me alone.
okay,
And she goes, I know. Now go tell your father. Because I had told
Father's a
him the
whole
same
nother
bisexual, and
thing.
he was like, okay, cool. And then they made me tell my siblings. My siblings were the people I were the most afraid of telling. Just because I think in hindsight, I didn't know why at the time, but in hindsight, I think I cared about their opinion of me more than anybody else. I'm the older of three, the oldest of three. My brother is exactly a year and a week younger than me. And my sister is 2.5 years younger than me. It was just her birthday yesterday. Shout out, Gab.
I didn't even text her. I text her. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Gab. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gab. And I cared more about what they thought of me. And my parents pretty much were like, you have to tell them because now everybody else is knowing and they're going to find out. So I was like all depressed in my room. They brought them in my room, and they were like, do you have something to tell your brother and sister? And I was like, I'm gay. And they were like, okay.
Literally, it's most of the time
Didn't care.
it's mad.
It didn't matter. And when it came to my extended family, my mom is again, I love her to death. But she is what like my Jewish grandmother would call a yenta. She's an
Mm-hmm.
Italian woman in her 40s, 50s now,
Mm-hmm.
40s then. And she just I knew she couldn't wait to tell everybody about her gay son.
Aww.
So, because she just loves talking about everything.
Your parents, yeah, they
And especially with my family, that's like just how Italian women work. It's like a game of telephone, but it's the most entertaining
they love
game.
that shit.
As a little gay boy, I used to just love sitting there listening to all the drama. Like, don't you want to sit at the kids' table? I'm like, no, I
I'm here to
love
listen
this
to the
grown-ups
drama.
table.
Like,
Um, so I was like, you could tell everybody I don't really want to keep doing that and having that conversation.
it's weird. That's another thing. Like coming out, coming out is one thing. When people ask you, I don't want to like. It shouldn't be a big. I don't have to tell each person. Oh, I'm gay. Hello, I'm gay. Hello. It's like it should either know. If you don't know, you don't know. If it does, it doesn't matter. Like,
I will say,
it does. I'm not like it shouldn't like. It does matter. I get it. Like if I get the people who come out, they're excited, they're happy about it. But like it gets to a point where like either you know or if someone finds out, like if you know, like oh cool, like
I don't bring it up
yeah.
unless I realize I'm meeting someone for the first time and I'm telling a story, and this story is going to reveal that I am gay.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, it's like I go back to being a kid and I'm like, I feel the need to explain myself for some
But
reason.
you don't have to. You never.
And
have
I
to,
know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I
Oh,
listen, I know.
wait. It's recording voice though, but it's, we don't. We went over 5 minutes, but we could keep going. This topic's going. I have to explain my story real quick after you're done.
Yeah, no, but just to wrap up what I was saying, I forgot. Go tell me.
You were saying about like coming. You're going back to as a kid again, and like you're explaining yourself.
I'll be like, oh, by the way, I'm gay, and I'll bring that up real quick before I get to the gay part of the story or whatever I'm telling. And I'm like, every time I do it, I'm like, why? Why did you do? I'm talking to myself. Why did you do that? Why did you feel the need to do that? And I hate it every time. It's something I slip up and do in the moment, and
that's good. You feel comfortable with the person. I hope they're not weird about it, but they shouldn't.
No,
like,
no one's ever weird about it. I think
what?
it's just weird that I'm like, by the way,
I'm gay.
middle of the story, I'm gay. Anyway,
so straight guys have to remind
we
you.
go to
straight.
gay pride. Like
Oh,
they wouldn't have figured it out as soon as I said we're going to gay pride or whatever the gay part of the story was going to be anyway. And I think I'm just it might come from like an internal fear of like, oh, someone's gonna react badly when I get to this part of the story. So
of course.
let me prep them, which
nothing
don't
happened.
deserve.
No. Yeah, straight people. So like, in my experience of coming out to like my friends, it was easy. It was like some of them were okay. Family were a bit weird. My sister kind of knew. Like I talked about it with her. She kind of knew because I remember one time me and my sister, my mom were driving back home. And I wanted to say something. I was like, oh, I'm bisexual. I was like, oh, what do you mean? I was just like, oh, that's good. Like, good. And I remember going home. My dad doesn't know. My brother doesn't know. And I think a week, 2 weeks go by. My mom tells my dad, my brother. My brother was the one with the meanest reaction. He was like, oh, you can't be gay, blah, 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 blah. Like, I remember, like, coming home. He was like, yeah, oh, you can't be gay, blah, blah, blah. You have to, like, do this. You have to, like, that. Girls are this. They're, like. And I just looked quiet. He was, like, going off. But, like, me being mature at the time, I knew, like, oh, it's probably he's just feeling insecure about it, whatever, or like he thought it was one way, and then my dad was like, always making comments and jokes about it. He always was rude to me about certain things. Like everyone in my family was like supporting about it, but not my brother or my dad. And so like it took time for them to kind of like understand it, and the world is moving because they were thinking about old times, like oh, gay people are gonna get hurt, blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, what? Like you're not thinking the right time now. Mm-hmm. Like yeah, I was depressed and sad about it. But I kept strong because I know, like, in time, I'll be good. In time, they're accepting now. They don't bother me none of that about. Like, they say, they'll never even mention it to me. None of that. They know I am. Like, just my grandpa, he doesn't know as much, but, like, I'm not going to tell him. He's a little, not homophobic. He doesn't know too much. He just, like, he always makes jokes. I'm like, why are you, like, making fun of gay people at times, at random times? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you see some guy and I say, oh, this shouldn't happen, blah, blah, blah.
See, my family would say like, jokes, but it's
yeah, like it's like you get over like it's like
not malicious. I don't think.
I know, they're always. I get the back then they were raised on such like it was bad or they don't know too much about it. The whole thing, like now it's like no. I've never dealt with homophobic people either. Like I've dealt with like closeted men. I told him this is true. Closeted men were like, oh, I don't know what I like, what I don't know about, can we hook up? Like, I've hooked up with 2 guys like that, but after that, I learned my lesson. I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I know who I am already, which is, I get it. I like the hotness. I like the coolness. If I'm not dating anyone, sure. One time, I hooked up with a guy with a girlfriend. That was a whole thing. And I was like, what was the, like,
Everyone always associates Grinder with like where the gay hookups happen, but there is a whole
there's a
other
whole
thing
nother
happening in
level.
Instagram DMs, and it's with the straight men before they get on Grinder, they go to the Instagram DMs, and it's like they start heart reacting to weird things, and like it's like dipping their toe in the gay pond.
And the thing is, I hate that about the most was I like the attention. There's some guys that do it, but I hate the ones when you go with it, like, oh, no, I wasn't really meant to like that. But I'm like, then what is this supposed to meant? Like, I get, like, maybe I read it the wrong way, but you're literally flirting, being all this, and then, like, I do know how to, like, tell the difference when someone's being nice and someone's being flirty, but, like, you know how straight guys are. They're like, or quote unquote straight. Because I don't believe in,
Neither do
but, like label, more like you fluid. It's like,
I.
you
I don't think
might.
anybody is fully straight or
No,
fully
it's
gay. I think it's all.
like me sometimes. Some girls I look, I'm like, ooh, like I want to hook up. But I've never hooked up with a girl yet. But like, there's some girls I see, I'm like, wait a damn minute. And mine is something else, but it's like mostly all the time guys. It's always
Yeah.
guys. But like, growing up gay has honestly, compared to other like back then situations or like back in history, like I'm glad we live in this time where you could be openly gay. There's of course we're dealing with the island where people are feel insecure still, or guys like, or like Sun Island, I'm not Sun Island, like Brooklyn City, you see gays everywhere, like
See,
everyone.
so Staten Island homophobia, right?
Mhm.
At least the one I've now. I live on the South Shore. You live on the North Shore,
Yeah.
kind of. So like, um, what I deal with is more like surface level homophobia, but like not direct homophobia to me. So like people will talk about like the LGBT mafia, the alphabet mafia, what they call it, and like gay rights, and now what's going on out there with the anti drag laws,
This is a good transition. Okay.
and but to me as a person, they're not calling me a faggot. They're not saying homophobic things about me to me. Sometimes, oh, I hate when you get the thing from a straight guy where they turn around and they go, yeah, you're cool for a gay person.
I
Uh,
hate that.
I hate that.
Cause it's like, what is that? Like, I remember one time I asked a guy, like, what do you mean? Oh, you're just like the other guys are so flamboyant, but like, I get it, you're gay. And I'm like, I get it. I'm like, it doesn't mean he's not trying to flaunt that he's gay. He's just comfortable with the feminines. Like, hey, it's like, oh, you're cool. Cause I get it. We're not straight passing, but we're
Right.
more like we're gay, but we're not like. I'm not saying it's bad. I love when gay guys like or people are like flamboyant with themselves, like extra about it. They're like,
Gay men and women know I'm gay right away.
yes,
They could just
yeah.
tell
They
right
go
away.
like, they,
Straight men, that's the ones I feel like I gotta warn sometimes because they are so.
yeah, because now guys are more
No.
comfortable with themselves. I see the other day I went out with people and they were all calling each other handsome. They were like hugging. I'm like, wait a minute, like this was not like this 5 years ago. Like, I get you're comfortable with this, so now it gets to the point where like I don't know who is gay or not. Like now it's like,
Oh
wait
yeah,
again, but
like
which it's like straight guys you do have to mind because they're in their head. They think like, oh, like you're just like, but no, I'm like, no, like, oh, would you hook up with her? I'm like, no, I don't even like girls. Like,
oh, I just hate when it's constantly a topic of conversation. Like the straight friends I have now that I am close with, it is not a topic of conversation. It's not
shouldn't.
something like listen, if somebody's got a legitimate question, then that's one thing. Like that's not anything I'll ever take offense to. But like when it's constantly like what you were just describing, like, oh, would you hook up with her? What do you think of her? Or you really don't like these tits or blah 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 and shit like that, and constantly making jokes, flirting. Like that's the other thing like straight guys will do, quote unquote straight guys, is they'll make those jokes that flirt, and it's like I'm not in that mood. So like my go to is always like, oh, I'm going to embarrass you. I'm gonna say something to embarrass you and make you regret
yeah.
what you're trying to do right now because you're being showboaty or whatever. And
Or they use gay as like a joking tactic or thing. Like it's like not a joke. It's like just do it. Do it if you mean it. If you're not, then
I am gay. Yes, I am gay, but that is not my like whole life. That is just something that just so happens to be.
it's your
So like when someone says you're pretty cool for a gay guy, I want to turn around and be like, well, you're not for a straight guy, or like you're pretty gay for a straight guy.
You're pretty gay for
But
literally. You're pretty
but I
gay for
don't
a
say
straight
that.
guy.
I become the bigger person and I do whatever. But it's not my job to educate you on gay culture, and it's not my job to make you not ignorant and teach you how to not be ignorant with how you speak. So I will not be doing that.
Yeah, it gets to a point where they keep going. It's like now you gotta stop, or like just say something else. Like there's so many like some straight guys make a lot of like their whole joking is just gay jokes. That's all they say, which is like I've like dropped people because of that. I'm like, I get it, you're straight. I'm not trying to tell you to be gay or anything, but like if your only jokes is gay jokes, there has to be something deeper there.
Oh yeah,
Because
and
to
don't
be
get me wrong,
funny,
I love a good old gay joke. If it's if it
okay,
makes me
the
laugh,
right point, you can't overdo it. Like there's a point where you can't just always do it, or like you can't be your
You know
whole
what?
punchline. It can't be your whole punchline.
I'll disagree for one specific point. If every single gay joke you make makes me laugh, then
Okay,
then it's okay.
Too, yeah,
Then
you're
it's
right.
okay. Then it's okay. But they're not funny. Most of the time, they are not funny. They're not. They're
No.
just stupid guy humor. If you make me laugh, then it's fine. Any joke to me, I think, is fine.
If
If
funny.
it's funny.
If it's
Let
actually
me
funny.
help
Like,
you out.
this bear's attacking me, trying to kiss me.
Oh my god. The bears
Like,
are coming. The bears are
oh my
coming for
god,
you.
the twinks, the bears, the jocks, all of
Uh,
them. But growing up gay, like honestly, like I mean, not as bad. Like I just the only bad part is like communicating it right, or like not communicating it right, just like learning like to be yourselves with it. Cause I know at first, like when I
yeah.
came out, it was like a whole finding out what I like or everything.
Right.
Like, I know as I older I get, I still even don't know half of it. I still
I
have
relate to
figure
that
out,
so
like,
hard.
more.
Because when I went to that school where I was telling you about with the little flamboyant people, I started betraying what I thought it meant to be gay and what I had to do. And I never really felt fully comfortable doing that and acting that way. And it wasn't until I went to Tottenville and there was like so much more to be exposed to. Sorry, that was Margarita. um, there was so much more to get exposed to and just find myself and realize, okay, yeah, parts of me are flamboyant, and I think I can relate to you, and maybe you can relate to me in that very same sense, where like we can be very flamboyant at times.
Yes.
We could also be pretty masculine at times as well when need be, or just pretty, just like
Just
chill.
be you. It's just you're chill.
Like
That's
no
it.
one is black. It's not black and white. It's
No.
not. It's not you're this or you're this. Like in this moment, I feel like wearing a skirt on Halloween and high heels and dressing up like Freddie Mercury and
Yeah.
and
Not being a drag queen, you're just dressing up as for
right
the
and
per-
being
moment.
flamboyant, and that's how I feel in that moment. Then I also feel like going to the Pine Barrens and canoeing and going on a 7-hour canoe trip where it's just steady fucking water and
Yeah. Spiritually, being nature wise,
you're
just
camping out for 3 days.
you're being human. You're being human. That's the whole end of it. Like,
tying your food up to get away from bears.
and then hunting or getting fit. I have to do that. Canoeing on a fucking.
Oh, fuck hunting.
Hunting. We're going back in time. We're hunting. We're gonna kill. No, killing. No.
No, let me clarify.
I know.
I'm not against the killing of an animal to eat it because I
Chicken.
someone's
Oh
killing
my
my
God.
food all the time, but the work, the work that goes. I like fishing. Fishing is nice, and it
done
doesn't
fishing.
require as much work depending on the kind of fishing you're doing. But hunting, climbing up into a tree, maybe not getting anything, like I would hate that.
Yeah, people spend hours in that. But on that. Hello.
Okay.
Is that our second drink?
Cheers, margarita.
Margarita, get your drinks ready, guys.
Fun fact, my favorite thing.
Wait. What, Naomi?
Do you have that white thing in your room
What white thing?
for the clothes?
Yeah, but I'm already using it.
We were gonna put Devin in there.
No, oh, the baby. No, but I have no. This is the clothing thing that I have. That's the only white thing I have.
For your dirty clothes?
Yeah.
You don't have the big white one?
No. Okay. So that topic, babies are good, and the tattoos, margaritas. What were you gonna say?
Margaritas.
Oh my God.
So real quick, my favorite thing to drink was Skinny Girl Margarita by Bethany Frankel from The Real Housewives of New York. But I haven't been able to get it for the past few months, and I've been asking my liquor lady. That's what I call her. She's the woman that owns the liquor store, baby. She's like, I don't know. I haven't been able to get it. It's not available. I Google it. It was causing cancer. When I tell you I've drinking like over 300 bottles of this.
Can you like sue or something? And get
Oh my
something?
god,
I don't
how am
know.
I gonna sue? I
you
smoked
have-
the vape, but
It's
like,
true. It's already.
that's the first thing I said when I googled it. I was like, well, does it cause cancer more than this? Like, cause I will take that risk. I love it, and now I just I found my own recipe to do it. But
Good, because if it's causing cancer, you can't have that. But like, did people die? Like, they literally like.
I have no idea that was the extent that there was a preservative in it that caused cancer.
What the? That's fucking wild. Causing fucking cancer.
Sorry, but we'll talk about tattoos. I
But
just had to get
tattoos,
that.
Oh my god.
I love your tattoos.
Thank you.
First of all,
Which
let
one?
me see this spider one.
That's my first ever one.
This is your first ever tattoo.
Yeah, spider.
My first ever tattoo was a bat. I don't know if the camera can see it, but
This
there
one
is
here. This one?
it's a little Friday the 13th tattoo, and I got it March 13th, 2020. Which, if anyone can remember what that date is, that's the date everything shut down
COVID, yeah.
because of COVID. I might have jinxed it because I got a bat heads tattoo. And if you remember what they were saying, remember COVID was started
Yeah.
by bats?
But bats, you kind of knew your senses were like, oh, the bat was the reason it caused this.
But that was my first tattoo, and then I got everything else after.
My first tattoo was a Friday 13th. I don't know which day was it, but it was on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, like, it was someday. I only knew it was that day because that day went down in infamy. I love the chain breaking one.
Yeah, that was for Friday the 13th as well. I got
That's
it with
sick.
the ants down here on my legs.
Oh shit!
And then
That's my only
Kill-
Friday the 13th. Killian.
Kill
Shout out to
these
Killian.
Go Killian. He did the Star Wars one too. Then my
I
friend.
have to get a Killian tattoo.
You haven't got one yet?
No, I've gone to the same. Everything besides the Friday the 13th tattoo has been at the same artist.
I thought the snake they're going around.
Oh, that was my third tattoo. So my second one after the Friday the 13th was this one. And it's just a little homage to my grandparents. My grandfather grew fig trees. My grandmother loved cardinals, so it was a way of doing them together. And then a week later, the same guy hit me up and was like, I had a cancellation. Do you want to come in? I was like, fuck it. I had that bug. You know what I mean? The tattoo bug. Once you get one, you need more.
It feels good, honestly. It feels good.
Yeah, except for the inside. Like
Like
this,
in here, like
this hurt.
This area.
No. That was doable. That didn't really bother me that much. This hurt a little bit, but once I started going in here, my newest one is this little Dazed and Confused homage. It's the paddle.
shading of it is so nice.
Ben Affleck has that he spanks the freshmen on the butts with, and it says fuck, but it's spelled phonetically like Boston accent. Fack.
Fact of the Eminem song.
And then this is the Madonna one I talked about before. These two are a little homage to Kill Bill, one of my favorite movies. And I only have my arm done. I haven't had anything
No legs,
else.
nothing else.
No, nothing else yet. We're gonna venture off soon. This is a little Black Sabbath tattoo.
Okay.
And then there's this one,
Scream.
the Scream one, which is probably when I was a kid. Oh, I spilled on myself. When I was a kid, I would reenact scenes from Scream. Like, I was obsessed. I would walk around with the Scream Halloween mask on. I would mimic the voice and pretend I was calling people. It was my favorite movie. like, and still to this day, one of my
You saw
favorite
the new Scream?
franchises. Oh, I loved
Did not
it.
watch that one with what's her name again?
Jenna Ortega. Yeah. Listen, I've already subscribed to that fact that the Scream movies I grew up that had already been out and known, the first three, the original trilogy, nothing to me is ever gonna. You can't recreate that. That's magic in a bottle.
Yeah.
Even the third one, which isn't as good, but it is still amazing for all other reasons. Nothing's gonna give me that feeling ever again, so I just chalk it up to, listen, if I enjoyed the movie and I like it. And a lot of people don't wind up liking these movies because it's not the same
Like
thing.
type
or
of
the same-
back then, I was like, that's what usually a lot of people do. Like, oh, it's not like the old ones. But like on that transition, let's talk about movies. Like
horror movies specifically are like my favorite. Oh, sorry, I thought.
See,
Movies.
horror movies. I like horror movies. Like my favorite ones would be like anything like a lot of thriller, a lot of action. So the ones that I like fell in love with are Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Just because the
Oh, yeah.
sound and everything, how what they did was just like
Oh, well, that's
powerful.
amazing. I love that we're going to talk about Hereditary because one of my favorite actresses of all time is Toni Collette, and she was robbed. She should have been nominated, at least nominated for an Oscar for that role. Toni Collette is the mother.
She screamed at the sun. That was
Oh my God,
perfect.
she's an amazing actress, and also in a lot of horror movies. She's in she's the mom also in I See Dead People, Sixth Sense.
She's the mom of that. I didn't
She's
even
the
know
mom in
that.
The Sixth Sense, and she's in that Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Velvet Buzzsaw. These are just the things that are coming to the top of my head. But she's an amazing actress,
Yeah,
and
the way
she did amazing in that movie. That movie freaked me the fuck out.
It did. The build up, the way, like the heartbeat sound thing, where there was like they were like making your heart sync up to the sound.
And there wasn't really jump scares. It
No.
was all just in your face. Ari Aster is amazing that way. He did the same thing with Midsummer.
Yeah. He's A24. Honestly, they're on fire. That's a good. That production team is going up and up and
I
up.
haven't seen his newest movie, Beau is Afraid. Have you heard of that one?
I heard it's like another scary movie.
Yeah, that's Ari Aster. That's the guy who made Hereditary, Midsummer, and now this is his third release, I believe, under A24, and it's starring Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, he's another one. He's a good actor.
Yes, he's fucking amazing. I know there's a few other people in it. I forget her name, but she's in Scream 3, and a bunch of other movies I love. She's in it. I really want to see this movie.
Did it come out yet, or is it? Like
Oh, it's out. It's out. I went to the movies last week, but I decided to see Evil Dead Rise.
That's another one. I see. There's so many movies I have to watch and catch up with. I hate it.
Oh my God, Evil Dead Rise was. I don't get scared easily. I grew up, like I said, watching Scream, reenacting it, blood, gore. It's not a thing that really bothers me that much, but it freaked me out. It was that bad, and it reminded me of another movie that came out recently that I kind of have a little bit of a connection to, which is Terrifier 2. The gore
tell us
aspect.
about that. Yeah, it's Terrifier 2.
So,
that was gory. I've seen like clips. I haven't seen the full movie, but I've seen clips and video. It was like glory. It was like I love how.
Oh, it was sick.
It was clear. It was so. It was good.
So I had the luxury of being an extra on that movie, and then also being there an extra few days on set and getting to witness some things and help in whatever way I could. Which wasn't much. My contribution is so small aspect.
But it was fun on set, right? You walked around, you like chatted with people.
Oh my God. I got to see Art the Clown in makeup doing his thing.
Was it filmed in New York or filmed somewhere else?
So it was kind of filmed where I went. I probably spent a total of like 6 to 7 days on set, if that. So the first day on set was on Staten Island, and it was at Farrell High School. And that's where I had my little like filmed interaction with the main trio of girls, and that was all done for me in a day. That's the first day I was there, and then a couple months later, they needed more extras for like a club party scene, and I believe that was in Newark, and that was like 3-4 days, and then okay, so I guess it was like 6 days, because then I spent one more day filming. They were filming at the haunted house in Philly, and I just got to be there and witness some scenes being filmed and just move some shit around for them and do whatever I was told. And just that's where I got to witness Art the Clown be Art the Clown. And
you saw the makeup process. You saw that. Like...
So I didn't see that when I got there. He was already in makeup, and it's funny enough.
Did he talk on set, or he just literally showed up as a clown and like? Cause I guess some artists or actors do like certain things to make like.
Like know. If he was method, like if he was like
he's like he was like acting
no.
out.
It's funny enough. So it's freezing on set because it was in the middle of the winter and there's no heat in this place. So I guess.
So you guys filmed this in the winter. The whole thing, not they. Oh, okay.
So this part, I think the movie was filmed for a long period of time. But at this point in time in filming, it was the winter, and at one point he was talking and he was nice, but he had to keep Q-tips in his nose to keep the makeup from peeling or whatever else could happen from ruining the makeup, because it's freezing in this building, and he's just eating gnocchi.
As a clown.
As like the clown, he's just cutting the shit with us, and it was
Oh my god.
I was like, in the moment, I was like, it would be very odd now that I know him and I know how cool he is, that I've gotten to talk to him, and I was like, oh, maybe that fear will be taken away. And then I went and I saw the movie in theaters, and it was wrong. Cause
yeah, the way they edited it,
terrifying.
the way they probably like put the sound in, like they probably made it a whole different feeling.
I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything. If you haven't seen Terrifier, see the original Terrifier. That is insane. And then go to Amazon Prime and watch Terrifier 2. I think the first Terrifier is even coming back in theaters. They're doing a small limited run. They're showing it in the movie theaters.
That's
the first one,
sick.
yeah.
I haven't watched the first one either. It's probably on Amazon Prime.
Definitely worth the watch. It is. I mean, I don't get, like I said, I don't get freaked out easy. It will freak you out for sure. And a mutual friend of ours, a few mutual friends of ours got to work on that, and are in that as well.
Yeah, always people post all the time. I'm like, yes, like this is sick. Like that's just good.
Killian, who we mentioned before about the tattoos, and then Frankie's also in it with Killian at the same time, with the mutual friend.
As extras or as like a.
So they're in it, like they have roles in it. I don't think they speak, but they are in it. And I'm not gonna spoil who they are. Well, I guess I could say they are kids on a jungle gym. They're on a jungle.
I know Kill gets killed. One of them gets killed.
Yeah.
No, fuck. Yes, I know. Yes. But that's all I'm gonna say. Like, literally, I remember seeing the pictures. I mean,
so Francesco DePinto, who is a filmmaker. And
yes, he's making Pretty Face. That he's currently in like finding like people to get in and whatever production, all that.
So I know a good percentage of the production is done, and he's now getting finances on an Indiegogo, to do the rest of it and shoot the rest of it. It is written, directed, and starring him.
So the script is good.
So I just found out I worked on it in the original, what we shot originally last year. And we got some sick stuff done. It's a good, like, you know what makes a good slasher is a good costume, and it's got a good striking costume. You see that and you know immediately what it would be from. Like, he did a really good job on that. A lot of the shots are really good. It's a good story. And I just found out you're working on it. You just got added and I don't know the extent of what you're doing. You have a role?
Yeah, so I think
you got cast in what we're going to be shooting next.
Yes, so I'm in one of the casting part. I have a girlfriend. I'm like one of the frat people, but like, and he doesn't know too much, but I know I'm going to be in it. He doesn't know he's either going to kill me in the movie or just make another one with it. But yes, he just sent me the script. He's like, Marvin, I want you to do this part. He called me about it. I was like, okay, I do it. Like, I've done some acting here and there. Like, I'm with the learning. I'm with, like, I've done 3 acting classes. They're fun. Talk about, like, eye contact and, like, talking and making sure the flow of the part when you practice with your partner, like, the movement. Like, you have to, like, it's like a dance. It's like you have to make sure it's balanced. And, yeah, like, that, he literally cast me. I was excited. Like, I can't wait to start filming all that, like, to be in the role of running around with everyone, like.
Oh, it's so fun. It really is. Being
and it's good for I'm trying to get my role, my casting things up, like my credits. So like this is literally perfect. I'm like.
But it's like a kid playing in a sandbox. Like being able to have fun in that horror world when you love horror as much and it's just blood going around.
Like
I was down on my knees when we were shooting last year. Like with a tube, like blowing blood out of a tube to make it look like it was coming out of someone's neck.
Creative, that's good. You're just
using a condom to squish blood. It was a lot of fun being able to do that stuff and just play. Like I said before, it's like playing in a sandbox. It's just playing with all the toys you can, for all the stuff you loved to do, and it's like it's like having Halloween all the time. It's so much fun.
If you're on the horror set all the time, it's literally Halloween every time. I'm going, hi.
Hi.
Oh, that was my mom. But like horror movies, yeah, like I can't wait to see what Pretty Face what he does. Like
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be good.
I didn't even see the original, the ones you guys filmed last year. That's like I remember I was like starting to be
Oh
friends.
well,
with...
he hasn't edited. He has edited it, but he hasn't shown it to anybody really yet because
Okay.
it's gonna be part of what now I know you're gonna be filming on.
So it's gonna be into
Um,
one movie or two movies? It's gonna be
So
one.
we shot a lot of it, but there's a lot of more scenes that need to be filmed and need to get done, and a lot more that's going to be going into it. That's
Do you know
really
locations,
gonna.
or do we like locate like the last ones? Where do you
Well,
look? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. When it comes
can't
out,
give too much
yeah,
away.
when it comes out, yeah. I'm just.
But look out for it.
Yes.
And
Pretty Face on Instagram.
and there's an Indiegogo out as well,
Mm-hmm.
to donate to
Production costs.
the production costs and
I think
everything.
you get like merch with it as well.
Oh yeah, there's
Like
a cute mug. I want the mug so bad. It's really cute.
probably get a poster. I don't know. I haven't like donated too much yet, but I've put more.
Oh, the poster is sick.
Mm.
It looks really nice. The lighting is amazing. The face looks
The
great.
production, I can't wait. I like love seeing this shit. I love like when friends like follow what they want to do and like everything. This is just gonna be fun. Like and
Shooting
filming
with friends is always so much more fun too, because there's this level of stress that's not on you to like. It's just like having fun. It's shooting the shit. It's doing.
Do
what
your
you
best
want.
and like find the right solutions for everything. There's always you could do a film. It's like if we're building a fake world, so like you could do like when you did the thing with the blowing with the blood. That's
Yeah.
like other people probably use something else, but like that's great. You do whatever works best.
Oh well, when you're working on your friend's production too, it's
Like
like
the camera stopped. So we're gonna keep recording voice and then we switch to the next topic before I press record.
okay. So when you're working with a friend's production, sorry, I lost my train of
No, it's
thought.
okay. Working in friends production.
There's something that you're not. Sorry,
It's okay. Like
one second.
they're not as stressed on it, or
Yes. So when you're working on a friend's production, you're not as stressed on it in the sense of like, oh, I gotta seek approval from this person and blah blah blah. But also, like, your job isn't just your task job. There's not a lot of it's an independent production. So like, yes, I might be holding the boom microphone, but I'm also gonna get down on my knees and blow blood through a tube because there's no one else to do it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And on a big studio production or something like that, it's like you just really
You have
do
to
your
listen.
set job and
Even if the
not
person's
stray
wrong, like you still have to listen to what they're
exactly.
doing. And yeah, independent work, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait till like we start being on set and like, yeah, Pretty Face. Everyone, follow that journey. Next topic, here we go.
Oh, what's the next topic?
What name of the other one you had? Hello, here on the last topic, we're gonna talk about concerts.
So you
You saw-
recently posted something on your Instagram story that I found very fascinating and it inspired me. You journal a lot, don't
Yes.
you? So I'm a person that I like keeping lists, but I keep them a lot in my head and I don't really put them down physically or anything like that. And I see a lot of the time, like, you're always writing in a marble notebook and just posting your thoughts. And I'm super impressed by your willingness to do that and just expose that side of yourself as well, because I write a lot, but I'm very much like, you can't read what I'm writing, it's not done, and nothing's ever done. So I
Thank you.
I respect your courage in doing that. And I'm sure maybe to you at this point it doesn't even feel like courage, it's like second nature because you're so
Yeah.
good at it. You so naturally do
I used to be scared. I used to be kind of scared, but like always worried about what I'm gonna say, whatever I'm thought. Like, but sometimes I want like what other people see. Like I always think people could read my mind, but it doesn't happen. So I like posting it, and like even when someone like you just mentioned, and like oh someone's actually understanding or listening. The whole point of like doing.
Oh,
it,
I
like,
read
you know what
everything
mean?
you
Like,
post.
Being like, cause like I used to never be vulnerable in my life, so I'm like you know what, it's okay to be vulnerable. Like I've been, yeah. Yeah.
And I do appreciate it. And you recently posted, you just made a list of all the people you've seen live. Now, I'm going to specify right now that who you've seen live, not in concert, because there is a difference. Because
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of artists just like one song or just a couple of
Yeah.
songs that I've seen them live. And I think that's what the list you did too,
Yeah, I
right?
did like concerts, and I put like two people where like they just hopped in out of nowhere, like in the set. Like, yeah.
So you inspired me to, you know what? Let me try to do that because I've gone to like certain events where artists played one song or did a quick like 3-song set, just by getting tickets randomly. Like I've gone to the VMAs 3 times.
3 times?
3 times.
Okay, yeah, that's something you gotta go into. Like, how was it? How was the
Oh,
how you got into it? Like,
so
you saw Nikki.
there's-
That's the whole her. Like, that's also you saw Nikki twice. Oh my God, look at
The
these
margaritas.
words. Oh my God.
Boo.
I'm scared.
So the first time I went to the VMAs, I forget the year it was, but it was the year, like I forget what year number it was, but it was the year Ariana Grande did "God Is a Woman." Like it was that.
Sweetener era.
Yeah. Is that Sweetener? God Is a Woman. Yeah, it is, right? So I got tickets to the red carpet only initially, and I took my friend Gab, and we had an amazing time. We saw so many celebrities, and we were put on a little corner where and we were right at the barricade where the celebrities had to walk right in front of us, and they were literally within a foot of us. Every celebrity that walked the red carpet had to be that close to us, and we were starstruck, and we were having a great time. We got to take selfies with a lot of people, and apparently we were behind the Skyco barricade, so we were the ones being filmed and put on. So I was getting like text messages of people sending me pictures of being at the VMAs and stuff being on TV. I'm like, oh my God. And it was embarrassing because I'm always like, oh, I'm making a duh face or something. You know, I'm not paying attention.
You're just like in the moment.
Right. Nikki came through at one point, and it's funny. So there was a very viral moment because Nikki was beefing with Travis Scott, that Kylie was on the carpet at the same time as Nicki Minaj, and they were going to run into each other, but Kylie beelined, turned around, and verbally said, and I heard it, I'm not walking that way. I'm not walking that way. And she turned around, and it's a clip on TMZ.
You lose your
You see her turn around, and I'm in the background. You can barely see me for a second, but I'm there. And I watched that whole moment. And Nikki, I love you. I love you to death. We love Nikki.
I love Nikki. I saw her live once.
That bitch in that moment did not give a fuck about any fans that would be like, camera, you guys are the fans. I'm Nicki Minaj. Looking over constantly. It was still amazing because I saw her. She was this close in front of me, and she just kept looking over the fans, not looking at them, and I'm just like, oh my God. I think I'm verbally saying like, oh my God, I love you so much because Nikki, that is the queen of rap.
Like this, I'll be like, oh my God, Nikki, I love you.
And she just kept walking
and chilling, just walking her
and
through.
I got to watch that ass shake away. I did not get to see her perform that night. Now you guys might be saying, well, wait, didn't she perform like Barbie Tings? That was pre-recorded. So I watched a video of her doing that live. So at the end of it all, Geico turns to us and goes, how would you guys like to go to the show? And they gave us all tickets to see the VMAs at Radio City. So I got to watch all the performances and everything. And then Travis Scott performed that night. Ariana Grande, Aerosmith with Post Malone. That was sick.
I saw Post Malone once.
J-Lo. And that was the first year I went. And then there was a lot of other people. I got to see, Madonna didn't perform, but she got to speak. My queen.
Go Madonna.
And yeah, that was the first year I went. And that was a lot of fun. The second year I went was...
Is it in the city? No, where is it?
Well, that was at Radio City Music Hall.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 years later, or maybe it was a year later, they did it at Prudential Center. And I only went to the red carpet, but the red carpet had a lot of the outside performances happening, so I got to see Meg Thee Stallion perform.
I saw her once, too. She's good.
And she performed 3 songs, and it was really good. And I got to meet a lot more celebrities that year. One of the funniest pictures that exists of me is just a random picture with me and Fetty Wap. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of Fetty Wap fans, when I posted it, started commenting under my photo and were like, Remy boys hashtag.
Remy boys, yo. 17, 38.
And it's just random because I'm like this little like gay twink
Yeah.
next to Fetty Wap, like one of the greatest like
Good, he's a good
rappers
rapper.
of that time. Like he was the most popular at that
For those
time.
3 songs, Trap Queen,
Oh my god, that was like the whole summer.
one with Drake, I forgot the name, but like, yeah.
And then this past year, I went again, and I went to the red carpet. We couldn't take pictures with everyone because it was the first year I went post-COVID. And, but I got to see a lot of people. I did get to meet Lil Nas. I didn't get a picture with him. I got pictures of him. But, like, oh.
He's good. I'm happy he's
Music. Love his music. But, like, oh, if you saw what he looked like on the red carpet, you would understand why I'm like, oh, I
He's
got
probably
to meet him
like
like
nice.
that.
He's like a nice body. He's so sweet.
Oh,
like,
my God. I was practically feeling his abs. Like,
yes.
it was amazing. And then they surprised us with tickets to the show after that as well. And I got to see Nicki.
Oh, the super freaky girl.
So my perspective, I got to listen, but I didn't get to see her perform all of her hits, which I'm mad about because those were all the songs I would have loved to hear. She did all of her verses, Monster, everything. But I did, from my perspective, get the best view of her Super Freaky Girl.
Yeah.
Which was the main song of that summer. And that was a lot of fun.
Nicki was when she did when I saw Nicki, it was the Rolling Loud. I got like free tickets to go there. Just like I went.
Oh,
like,
that was an amazing set.
I got like a free bracelet to the school, and I was like, sure. I went with my cousin. She was shocked. Like, you got it for free. I'm like, yeah. We went, and I only went there to see Nicki. And I remember like pushing through the crowd.
As you should.
There's no one else because Nicki was like the one person I told the universe, please put me to watch Nicki. Like I don't care how. I kept putting the universe, and literally the same week, free tickets. I was like, okay. I went to see her push through the crowd. I remember going on stage. I was so excited. It was good. People were complaining about the set, but I literally love Nicki. She was singing, she was moving, and the whole crowd, you hear
She's a performer.
You hear the whole crowd.
Rapping the verse along. Yeah.
You can even hear her. You hear the crowd scream. I'm like, damn, this is what it's called being like, you've done it. Like
we pledge our allegiance to Nicki Minaj.
When people did it on them, like I was like,
but your number 2's in the air if you did it on
them. The beat. Cause I sang it for my birthday for Pink Party. And
oh my god, which was an amazing party, by the way.
Thank you. That was
so much fun. I cannot wait. What's going on this year?
For my birthday, okay, I'm waiting on one of these venues to say yes to me. And then if they say yes, I want to do a purple party. I'll do a purple
party.
Yeah. I'll do purple, everyone wearing.
Thank you for telling me in advance this time, because finding something pink last time was a struggle.
I did it last second. But purple is purple. We're gonna have like one band, DJ. Most of it's gonna be actual like music.
Wait, I thought I heard something else.
What?
I thought you were doing a talent show.
I was gonna do a talent show, but like something happened with like the last party I returned back to, which it went well. But like I know for the talent show, I wasn't. I don't want to charge people at the door. Nor
and
I
want to charge people at the door.
Yeah, and then at the same time, I'm not really gonna make money. So it's like, how would I pay for like? It was like, how would I pay for a venue for no one's really gonna make money? Like this is supposed to be like a fun like. I had like 7 people wanted to do a talent show. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna push it off. Wait.
Well, what about CCP?
CCP is cool. Honestly, I've not thought about that. Doing it on CCP.
Well, just because you could probably.
Yeah, CCP probably honestly should have thought about it. But like I rather like the Richmond Tech 2 has like stage and everything.
Yeah, you would want a stage. That's why Richmond is a nice.
And CCP is fine nice too. It's just I don't know. We're going off topic, but like CCP is fine too. But it's like too tight. It was too like.
And wait, weren't you gonna do Green?
No, but that was Pam. Pam did a birthday party in Green.
I thought I saw that you said you were gonna do Green. But you weren't gonna be strict with the topic with the
Green. That's probably the. I'm thinking I want to do a weed party and we could hotbox somewhere. But that's a whole other.
So purple.
For my birthday, just June. Yes, purple. Gonna put Matt.
Expect me in a Barney mascot costume.
If you do that, I'll be literally electric. That's literally fun.
Oh my god, that would be insane, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If I just showed up as Barney.
Literally, everyone will be taking pictures with me.
I can't think of any other purple reference right now other than like Prince Purple Rain.
Yeah, and then.
Oh my god!
But
you're the birthday.
Me and Prince have the same birthday.
Oh my god! So you know what outfit you have to wear now, right?
Well, a purple.
No, you have to wear the purple suit that he's known for wearing. Like you have to do Prince.
Okay, if I find it on Amazon, sure.
And you literally have to call the party Purple Rain.
Purple Rain birthday. Purple Rain party.
You have the same birthday as Prince.
Yes, June 7th.
And you want your theme to be purple.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna call it Purple Rain?
No, you're right. I didn't even think of a name yet. That's literally
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. Wear purple. Yeah. Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
And not only can people wear purple, but maybe some people, not a lot, but maybe some people will come in Prince theme.
Yeah. Just so, and people were saying they're gonna do masquerade. Like they're gonna wear masquerade. I was like, sure. Wait, let me do a recording.
Oh, thank God I hit my vape after it stopped recording.
Like, yeah, honestly, yeah, Purple Rain. I think even that's a good idea.
I think that would be so cute. Cause I love a good theme party too.
I love dressing up. I don't mind simple parties, but I want people to dress up at least in a color or at least something. Like, I don't anything like. If you can't find purple, sure, but at least wear a purple scarf or a purple hat. Like,
Yeah, well, I love finding a theme for the purple, like within a theme, like doing a reference. I love doing that. Like when Killian, remember Killian's birthday where he did black tie event and it was at CCP, like at this little like dive bar, like kind of thing. And it was just the humor in that was that you would be black tie at this like regular local bar. Well, I am not normal, so I'm not showing up black tie. I will wear a suit, so I showed up as Pee Wee Herman. And it was hysterical. They started playing Tequila, and I did the scene from the movie where he's up on the bar doing the dance. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But I love pulling a reference. Like for your pink party, I do not own or really wear the color pink. I like dark tones. I rock and roll black, usually all black, maybe blue jeans. But I had to struggle last minute to find something pink I would like to wear. So I wound up making a shirt. I bought a plain I made a shirt. I bought a
go to the pictures and see this.
plain blank baby pink T-shirt. And the ironing paper where you can print something and iron it on. And I found this Playboy cover of Miss Piggy. And it said Playboy. Insert picture here.
I find it on the Google Photos because I have like a drive of like all the photos. Of
you sent me pictures of that. We have pictures together that night. And it said Playboy. And I fucked up the ironing on so it's like, it's patchy, but it kind of made it look vintage and cool. And that's what I wore to your pink party.
Yo, that was fun.
Miss Piggy as a Playboy cover girl.
Yo, Miss Piggy. Yeah, Miss
and I was like, that's pink.
That is pink. That literally is pink.
I was like, do I make a Dolly Parton shirt? I was like, I was going through so many.
I haven't seen her yet. Have you seen her?
That's on my bucket list of people I need to see. So let's pull out our list.
Oh, I have to go on my journal.
Go get your journal while I pull out my notes. So I think I just counted 26. So I think I've seen 26 artists live. Now, some of these include, only a couple of them include like one song they've done. Most of them are concerts or they done like a set list of like 3 or more songs. And this is in alphabetical order. I was able to do it in alphabetical order.
Oh my god, I spilled the drink again.
Oh my god, not again. The spilled margarita.
I'm gonna go. Check my photos. You start.
So I'm gonna list mine off, okay? And if you have a comment, just let me know if you like the artist or not, or you want to talk about it. So I saw 21 Savage.
I saw him too. I want to just the ones that I already.
So I saw him at the VMAs. That's where I saw him. I saw 50 Cent.
Okay, and that's him.
I saw him. He did like a 5-6 song set at this. I went to the Power premiere. You know that show he has. Mm-hmm. And he did like a little concert there. I've seen Aerosmith perform with Post Malone, and I've also seen Post Malone at the Gov Ball. So I saw Aerosmith and Post Malone at the VMAs, and I saw Post Malone solo at Gov Ball. Alanis Morissette, one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my entire life. She just sounds, it's 25, 30 years later, and she sounds exactly like how she did on Ironic and all on that whole album. Jagged Little Pill is one of the best albums of all time. I really want to see her again. Alice Cooper. Do you know who Alice Cooper is?
I heard of her, yeah.
You should, because you did his song at your graduation party.
School's Out?
Yes. So I've seen Alice Cooper 3 times. He kills himself like 5 times on stage. He hangs himself. He gets beheaded. It's a whole stage show. It's amazing. It's a great concert. Alicia Keys I've seen live. I saw her at a VMA taping. So in between those VMAs I went to, the three, I technically went to a fourth one, which was just a taping of Alicia Keys' performance during COVID. Ali and AJ, who I just saw for the second time last week or 2 weeks ago, and fucking amazing. Their new music is phenomenal. I 10 out of 10 recommend. Ariana Grande, I saw perform at the VMAs.
I haven't seen. That's another person to see.
Ava Max, I saw her perform a couple of songs at the VMAs. Brockhampton, I saw her perform at Jimmy Fallon.
Some more.
And they had to do the same song like 6 times over.
Why?
Because the audio wasn't catching it. So, and
Six
I was right.
times?
I was right in an
they
aisle.
pretty
No,
good,
it was a
Matt.
great song though. I wound up loving it. I had no idea who
Okay.
they were when I went. And it made me
Just like them in
discover
general.
Brockhampton. Carly Rae Jepsen, I saw perform at Gov Ball. I saw
Oh
Eminem
my god, I've not seen Eminem yet.
perform with Snoop Dogg at the VMAs. I saw Juice WRLD at the VMAs.
So I'm Rolling Loud, but then he died like the year after. That's sad.
Lady Gaga. I went to the Lady Gaga concert. I went to
Mama.
Chromatica Ball. And that was like not even just a concert. That was an event. Like I ran into everybody there. That was like, you had to be there. And I'm sorry you weren't. I know you weren't there.
No,
But
I know.
next Gaga tour,
You went
know
to
it's an
Jersey,
event.
the one in Met?
Yeah. Megan Thee Stallion, I saw perform on the red carpet at the
Good.
VMAs. Metallica was my first concert ever.
Metallica, that's good.
That was my first concert ever. That was amazing. Nicki Minaj, VMAs. Ozzy was a great concert I've been to. Legend, rock on. He's still fucking around and he will outlive us all.
Yes.
I saw Panic at the Disco. I saw Pink.
Oh my gosh, she's another good one.
Amazing. I saw her in Atlantic City on the beach. Post Malone, which I said before, I saw him at Gov Ball. Red Hot Chili Peppers, I saw at this past VMAs. I seen Travis Scott at the VMAs, Shawn Mendes, and my favorite band of all time is Twisted Sister, who, if you don't know, they're the ones who made the songs "We're Not Gonna Take It, We're Not Gonna Take It," and "I Wanna Rock." I wanna rock, which also you might know as "You're a Goofy Goober."
Yeah.
So they have many other songs. They are my favorite bands of all time, and I've seen them 4 times live.
That's good.
Before the drummer passed away, and they decided they weren't going to continue and replace him.
That's good, because that's like, once an artist dies, you should not like continue their, or at least the money goes to the family, or at least it just doesn't, just trying.
So that's my rambled off list of all the artists I've seen.
My list,
And I think it was like 26.
26? I don't know, I need to count mine. Mine was, one is Pitbull, that was my first time.
Oh,
with
fuck
Pitbull.
yeah.
The first one I ever saw was Ed Sheeran. When my friend got tickets, she was supposed to go to her boyfriend, but then they broke up. Then she's like, oh, can I take you? I'm like, yeah, you can come with me.
That's your first concert?
Yeah, Ed Sheeran. Then Pitbull. Then Bjork, because of Coachella. Then I saw Miley Cyrus. Bjork, yeah. She was at Coachella.
Holy
She
shit,
had a
that was
whole-
recently,
yeah.
right?
She
Oh
had a
my
whole
God.
orchestra. She had everything, and it was...
That's
I was
insane. She's a legend.
Yeah, she a lot of artists influenced her from her, or she have taught a lot. She's good. Like, I love her. She's out there. She's screaming her songs. She's multi genre. Miley Cyrus, Lollapalooza.
Oh my God.
Good.
How the fuck? Lollapalooza, was that the one she just released the album of the recording?
Not the recent one. It was the one with the first music festival when COVID first calmed down
Okay.
everything when she was.
Wait, yeah, the one where she performed Like a Prayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one she released the album of. She recorded it.
I didn't know she released the album.
Oh
yet.
my God.
That was good.
You saw that?
Yes.
That was... I saw videos and stuff like that. I would have
She was wearing
killed.
a whole red suit. A whole,
Wasn't she wearing a...
cowboy hat with it sparkled?
And a trench coat?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I would have killed to have been there. I'm so jealous of that.
That was random. I didn't think she would do it. I was like, oh, and she was saying, oh, everything will be okay. I'm like, I love hearing it. Miley, yeah. Then Playboy Cardi, Tyler the Creator at Lollapalooza.
Oh my
2.
God. Wait, what year?
That was the one COVID first
Oh, this is post-COVID too.
Yeah.
So did he do Yonkers or he didn't do Yonkers, right?
He did, yes.
He did it?
Yes.
he hates doing Yonkers.
He did. Yeah, I was shocked he did Yonkers. He was like, "Oh, my first time performing in a while." I was like, "You know what? I'm doing all these songs." He did Igor a little bit. He did I was
Oh my
like,
god,
yeah,
Igor is one of the best albums.
yeah. He
of
he
all
experiments
time.
the most there. And Jack Harlow, same place. Post Malone,
I
Lollapalooza.
missed Jack Harlow at the VMAs because I got in because I was on the red carpet
Mm-hmm.
after the first performance, and that was Jack Harlow this year. Fun
Oh,
fact.
he's
Sorry.
cute. He's cute. And kind of cute. But whatever.
He's cute. I'd fuck.
Then Megan Thee Stallion, Lollapalooza. No, he is cute. Like I saw him twice. He's
Oh, he is handsome. If that was a Staten Island man, if that was like for a celebrity, he's cute. For a Staten Island boy, he's hot.
yeah. Cause he has the curly hair. He has like
Yeah.
you know. Then
Oh, I
Foo
have
Fighters
this
too
teddy
for
bear.
Lollapalooza. Oh my god, still Lollapalooza. Then Blink-182 for Coachella. Kali Uchis.
Okay.
Young Thug for Rolling Loud. Willow for Coachella, great. Drake when he did the Drake and Kanye concert in Cali, I went there. Gorilla for Coachella. Trippie Redd, Pusha T.
Gorillas. Gorilla?
Gorilla and Gorillas. Like
Oh,
Gorilla,
shit.
like the girl Gorilla, like I don't give a fuck tomorrow.
Yes.
And then Gorilla, like the Dare and like
Excuse me.
then Gunna, Travis Scott for Rolling Loud, twice. He came out once for Future and he came out for himself.
Travis Scott's set at the VMAs was sick. He
probably
he
went.
knows how to put on a show. He really does. So I can imagine, like being at a whole
The
set
lighting,
like that.
everything. It's everything to detail. Bad Bunny, same thing with Coachella.
Oh my god, do you see what Bad Bunny's doing right now?
With dating Kendall.
No, he's doing something for the WWE. He's
Yeah,
gonna
he's like
wrestle.
He's his own character or something. I was like,
I'm like,
g-
what the
go
fuck is
off.
going on?
I was watching WrestleMania with friends and I just saw him there. He was just chilling. He got hit up filming. I was like,
Hold
what
up. Sidebar. Know where you're at on this list. You are into WWE.
Not too much. I've in it because my friends. Like I only do it because I have to hear about it, but I'm never like I'm not the one to be like, oh, put WWE, oh, to be like I was never the one.
See, I would be that bitch because I grew up with it, but I don't like what goes on. And now I just see whatever because of TikTok. But like I just got into WWE documentaries that are on Peacock, and like all about the classic shit that has happened. And holy shit, you should watch it because the shit is wild. Some of the stories that they have.
Probably deep drama. They're
But I was just surprised WWE came on.
one time, yeah. After this one.
But I was just surprised WWE came on. You can go on with sorry.
Yeah, WWE. Like I've seen my friends collect the dolls. Like it's chill. Like I know there's a lot of drama in it.
But Bad Bunny, like being in
He's become-
WWE.
Yeah, he did the
I'll watch
movie
it
in
again.
Train Bullet.
Bullet Train.
Bullet Train.
I
Oh my God.
fucking love Bullet
And
Train.
he was
good at it. It was a small feature, but he was good in it.
yeah.
I think he's gonna be like around for the long run.
Yeah, he's dabbling everything.
Yeah.
Then
Who else have you seen?
after that was Gorillaz again. Like then the weekend for Coachella, he calmed out for Metro Boomin.
Oh, you saw the Weekend Coachellas?
Yeah, he did like Escape from
The
LA.
Weeknd's Coachella.
Yeah, he has a good voice. He really is taking care of his voice. Like you can tell. Then Kanye West
He used
twice.
to sound so much like Michael Jackson.
He has moments where he kind of does, but he has a high. Like he has like you can tell he's controlling his high pitch. He's like, "Hi guys," like he's like, because if you try to go deep and then you remove the.
Well, you've heard his Dirty Diana cover, right?
Yeah.
Like it sounds like super Michael Jackson, and then his voice has gotten deeper and deeper over the time, and I wonder why.
Probably weed. A lot of even Rihanna, you can tell like a lot of like when you smoke a lot of weed, you get like that. That deep, but they have auto tune. You could edit it to make it higher, but
Yeah,
that's
well,
yeah.
well, look at Miley now.
She don't know. I remember she got lost her job because she smoked the bong.
Oh my God, the
Miley,
salvia!
yo,
And she
like,
was saying it was
she was literally.
What'd she say? It was salvia.
I don't know. I don't know about that part. I just remember like
When that video went viral, right? Oh, you talking about when she got quit hitting the bong? No.
Yeah, that was salvia.
When she was a Disney kid still?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was salvia.
She said it was salvia.
Girl, what the fuck is you thinking salvia?
Because salvia was technically legal, but it's like a way worse drug than weed.
Yes, I've heard a story where you trip for 10 minutes, but it feels like an hour or
Yeah. Like wild.
two. Yeah. So it's so Kanye West twice. The Harry.
Oh,
the
pre-cancellation?
Yes, it was the Lavi Hoover, and then he came out of nowhere for Rolling Loud during Future.
I remember seeing your story on that when you
That
were
was
there.
when you guys went to LA, and then I went to LA 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
It was literally almost the same month. It was like when COVID was like kind of going down. Everything was opening slowly. Then Kid Cudi's there, and then Harry Styles, Don Toliver, then Frank Ocean recently for Coachella. It was good. I like the set. People complaining because he came short, and he talked about his brother dying. That's why he stopped music for a minute.
Oh.
Like he like went to a dark place. He was saying like, and I get it. Like it's an artist. He should have performed longer, but curfew. But like honestly, it was a good set. He played music. He plays his house music. Can't complain. Nicki Minaj for Rolling Loud. J Cole for Rolling Loud. Kendrick Lamar for Rolling Loud. Man,
Kendrick, that's good one.
he's good. And then Baby Keem, I saw him in President of the City, and then I saw him at Rolling Loud. Then Little Uzi, Rolling Loud. Little Dirk, Little Uzi for Rolling Loud. Snot, Stomp God, and then Calvin Harris for Rolling Loud. David Guetta, Rosalia, and then Charlie XCX.
Nice.
And yeah, like I love concerts. I love like the beat, the feeling. Oh my god, I'm drunk a little bit, but like honestly, concerts are lit. I love live music. That's why.
So
like,
who's your favorite artist you've seen?
favorite artist? Like
now,
the
what I mean by
performance,
that is
everything.
what I mean. Right. I was gonna say is not who your favorite artist is, and you've seen them live. The best concert you've ever been to. Pick one. What is the best concert you've ever been to?
Best concert. Best concert. Honestly, the Kanye and Drake show when they first did the whole. Cause like only Kanye part, cause Drake put like the battery died. Okay, it's just voice now. So Drake part I didn't like, but Kanye he did the light show. He was playing all his old hits. He was jumping around. He had like. It was good because the music. It was good 2 hours. It was a night they did the gospel, the holiday gospel first. Then they opened it up with a light show, all that. But another concert that I walked to, like, Rosalia. Honestly, that would be number. Not honestly, that should be number. Rosalia, she did the way she was dancing on the performance and like singing, everything, the lights, the dancing, great. And then honestly, that would be yeah. And the next concert I'm seeing next, it would be Taylor Swift. It'd be the end of the month.
I want to go see Madonna.
She's
Is
doing a
performing
tour.
August, a week after my birthday, and the tickets are super
They
expensive
are.
for the seat I want. Yeah, because here's the thing, Madonna's old. Who knows when another tour is gonna happen? And I really, really, really want to see her in a good seat. And I don't even want to say the price of what I'm gonna be spending. I'm waiting as the concert comes closer and closer, to hoping tickets go down.
Like what are you trying to spend?
Because
Like,
it's all scalpers now that
Yeah.
have
You're trying to
fuck scalpers.
yeah,
can I
they're
just
like
say.
they're out there. They bought it for so cheaper to sell it for more.
I know, and she's doing five shows, at Madison Square Garden, and I'm gonna.
5? Wow.
So, but here's the thing: she's also performing again at Barclays Center in December.
Barkley's smaller, so
And I'm thinking if I wind up not being able to get a good seat for this one, I've already checked the prices for the Barclays Center, and it's a lot better. And I'm like, okay, if I can't get a close seat to this one, I will go to Barclays Center and see her. But that's the one I'm looking forward to the most next. I do want to go to Gov Ball this year, just because I went one year and I went for a day, and it was just a fun experience overall. Even if you don't know every artist, just the environment and the vibe of it all.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool and chill. And Lizzo's performing this year, which would
Lizzo.
be amazing to see Lizzo at Gov Ball. And it's like it's like one of the only New York festivals that
Yeah, that's
happens.
that.
If it's not the only, right? Like what else is there? Like Global Citizens is kind of.
Yeah, and the last one that was Woodstock was upstate. But like
Oh, but that didn't. Yeah, that
was
they
the
were
year.
supposed to bring that back in. I believe it was 2019.
And then what
Because it was the
happened?
anniversary, and then it all fell through last minute. Miley was going to perform. I was going to go because Woodstock also, the anniversary falls on my birthday for Woodstock.
Uh-huh.
I'm also born the same day Elvis Presley died.
Always.
So a
king
lot of like big music moments. I'm born the day the King of Rock died, and the day the Queen of Pop was born.
Oh,
Madonna.
Madonna. Oh, yes.
And one of the
She is a Leo.
best,
That makes
one of the
sense.
most famous music festivals of all time happened on my birthday.
Yeah, 200,000 people went there.
And it also, again, in 1999, when the big riot happened with the Woodstock anniversary. I think it was the 30th anniversary of Woodstock, and there was a big riot and stuff, and people set shit on fire to Limp Bizkit. It's just one of those days.
No, their set was insane. I was watching videos. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah, you saw that.
the energy, people were on another. I'm like, I wish I was there, but not really.
Yeah,
But
because
it's like
in the moment you wish you were there, but then you realize like what it would entail afterwards and being dirty and messy and
a lot of things went down with
people were
like,
rolling in mud, but it wasn't mud. A lot of it was shit from it just like random shit, maybe human shit, fucking shit.
people were Woodstock, like back then festivals. I'm glad festivals are more safer now, but music festival in general is a vibe. Like golf ball, I didn't win either, but festivals, like you see everyone is walking dressed in like not even nice. They're just dressed comfortably, and their stages everywhere.
And you could dress up a little bit. It's usually summer season, so it's hot. Or
Yeah, you're wearing
if
your
it's
tank
not summer
tops.
season, you're never at a festival and it's freezing, really.
No.
I think, unless you're in the desert. 'Cause it
At
gets
night,
cold
yeah,
at
the
night.
Coachella at night only got chilly, but I still was wearing tank tops and stuff.
Because Gov Ball, when I went, it wasn't really cold at night. I had a hoodie and like shorts on, and I was fine.
Okay, but that goes for for performances. And honestly, thanks for having us coming by first as a guest.
Oh, thank you for having me. I had such a blast just talking about.
Me too. Like we could go on. We're probably gonna continue the conversation after this, but thanks for watching, guys. And that's for episode 20, I think, or 21. 20 or 21, because I know I'm editing 19 now, and then that's gonna come out, and then 20, I think. But yeah.
Thank you again for having me.
Anytime, Dio. Demo. That's what is a Dio? Dio as in like.
Ronnie James Dio is an amazing heavy metal artist.
Yeah.